Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Cloudcast. And today we are joined here with the one, the only RiiOTBro, or
Hi-
Lil Chuo.
What's up? I do memes now.
Yeah. So it's been a minute. It's been a couple. You wanna?
It's been since like July.
Yeah. You wanna explain where you've been?
Okay, I think I uploaded my last real YouTube video it was either the end of June or around July time, I think, maybe. I don't really remember, but basically I just got kind of tired of posting like cookie cutter CS:GO funny moments bullshit and shit posting. At the time, I was just kind of worn out from it because I was doing it for probably like 5 months straight. And it just got kind of boring to me, and I wanted to try to do other things and see if I enjoyed doing other things. So I kind of took like a month off of um, YouTube. No, not YouTube. Discord. I just didn't go in Discord anymore. I didn't really talk to anyone else who I was really talking with on a consistent basis for a month, and then I'd go back on there a little bit and just kind of tap in a little bit. But then I'd just go off the grid for another month. And so I went on Instagram and I met a group of people. I started doing memes. Then I stopped and I started again. And now I have like 2,000 followers off memes. So yeah, and now I'm back on Discord. And I think I'm gonna do some YouTube stuff too again, which might be on my main channel. So yeah, you can look out for that soon. Maybe I'll just probably post something with no warning or anything. I'll just start posting again, maybe, but you never know.
Just
So
out of nowhere.
yeah, exactly.
I think that,
It'll be something new too. It won't be anything I've done before. So.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I know a lot of people, 3D being one of them. Shout out to him. He needs a better
Oh
mic.
yeah.
But people kept asking me where you were, and I was just like, oh, he fell off the cloud.
Literally, I literally did. I
Yeah,
literally fell off the cloud.
off the grid, out off the cloud. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like 12 o'clock a.m. right now, so I'm a little bit lacking words, so I'm just gonna let RiiOTBro talk. How was your driving thing that happened this morning?
Okay. Okay. So, just for some context, last night I mean even more context. So I'm trying to get my driving hours in so I could go get my license next month, and I have about like 10 of the 60 needed because I'm a bitch and I don't like driving. It just gives me anxiety. I don't know why. I kind of talked to Jack about it a little bit. I don't think I did
You
that
mean
much, but
it's only your life at stake, but whatever.
yeah, yeah, that's why. And I'm already like a pretty like I already have like some anxiety problems and shit. And then like on top of the fact that like when I'm driving, I have my dad next to me the whole time, like screaming at me if I make the slightest mistake. It just all bottles up, and it's just too much sometimes. Anyways, so today I go out driving, and pretty good start. I back out of the driveway. We have a really long driveway too, compared to
How
most
long we
people.
talking? Like 40 feet?
Um, I want to say probably like I, shit, probably like 100 feet.
Wow.
It's pretty long. We have a pretty big yard too. Anyways, I got out the whole thing perfectly. Go down, real good. My first mistake. So before my first mistake was going to bed at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning the night before, right? And I woke up at 8 to drive. So I was tired as fuck. So I'm in the left lane to turn left, and I had my right turn signal on. And that was like where I fucked up. Then I realized I was like, oh, I had the wrong turn signal on, and it just I don't know. Most of the stuff I forgot about is because it was just small things I'd mess up on. But I made a lot of small mistakes that seemed bigger than what they were, and it just ended up to be a complete just clusterfuck. And then I had to go to my dad's old dealership he used to work at. Just so we could pick up some parts, then go back home. It's supposed to be a really nice, like, if I would have got a good amount of sleep probably and just like was more aware of what I was doing, it would have probably been a perfect ride.
Yeah.
On the way back, it was really good. It was really good. I just kind of like woke myself up by just like talking shit to myself, and then I was like, yeah, yeah, we're good.
I think the most flex worthy thing I've done in a car is go 120 legally,
Yeah, fuck that. I
winking.
felt I was going on the way back. I had to merge, and I was going 55, and I felt like I was going like a 300. Like,
Yeah.
just going from like a slow speed to just merging onto a highway is just scary as fuck to me, because the fact that you have to merge, and if you don't merge, you're gonna go off the road, and you have cars constantly like what, I don't know. That shit just freaks me out sometimes. But I mean, other than that, driving's not that bad. I just don't like going around traffic circles and
Yeah, me too.
like,
Like you always feel like you're going so much faster than you are. I'm
yeah,
about to
my
tip
dad's,
my freaking
why are you
tank.
going so fast?
It's only
Like,
15. You
yeah,
know what's
like
weird?
come
Like
on now, bro.
I'm sure it's like this because that's how it works. But when I'm going 30 in the neighborhood, I feel like I'm going literally 90 on the highway. But when I'm going
Oh
30
yeah, yeah,
literally anywhere else, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so slow.
yeah. It's crazy. Just because, like, I don't know, like during when I go around neighborhoods, whenever it's like a slow, like a back road, I go super fucking slow. I don't care if there's a big truck behind me with some fat guy who's like 55 years old who wants to go to Denny's. Like, I don't care. Because like a little kid could just come out of nowhere and like, so I try to. I don't know. When driving, I don't know, dude. It's just a lot to think about.
Yeah,
And I've been out a lot too. And like when I'm driving, I'm like, dude, I don't even want my license. Like,
I want my
yeah.
license just so I can go up to freaking the first thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about this. First thing I'm gonna do when I get my license is I'm gonna get myself an extra bit of cash, maybe like 200, 300. Gonna get a buddy of mine and gonna pop in some CDs and we're gonna drive the 8 hour drive it is to go up to Fazoli's.
What's that?
It's an Italian fast food place.
Damn.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Hell yeah, bro.
heck yeah.
Hey, we don't curse here.
Yeah,
So I was thinking, bro, like, I don't know. I was just thinking about like my channel and shit. I was thinking
yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, if I could literally go back on the RiiOTBro channel and just rebrand the artwork and shit, and just like do something completely different, I think that would be really cool. Like, I'd
Yeah,
be down to do that.
because
But I'm also thinking too, like on Discord, I don't know what I'm gonna be, because you guys don't know for the most part, but like on Instagram and shit, and on Discord now, my profile says Lil Chuo. Chuo is a destination on a game I used to play, Jet Set Radio Future.
we still carry that tradition, by the
Underrated.
way.
You
Asking
do?
asking the guests if they know what that is.
Yeah, it's a good game. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like on Discord, I can't have two. I mean, I have two accounts, but it wouldn't really make sense to use both of them on here. I don't fucking know. But yeah, YouTube would be cool to go back to that. But again, I don't know. I just feel like I need to take everything in small doses, because when I get passionate about something, I just want to put all my effort into
You
that
rush
one
into it.
thing. Yeah,
And
and
honestly,
then
I
it'll
think
end up
I
burning me
think
out.
that's what happens is like that's I think that's why you stopped doing YouTube in the first place is because you rushed into it. Like the first couple of videos leeching off oh my god, leeching off YouTubers and that took a lot of time and or at least I thought it did. And
Oh, it took a while,
like you
but
put
it felt
a
cool after I
hundred
made it.
percent into the YouTube and you put 100% into like maybe 5 videos in a row and then you're just like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
bored of
then I was
this.
like, all right, we're gonna do the Eccleston troll video. That's like 18 seconds long.
I was there when he made that, dude. Freaking at that point, it was just you were memeing.
And the what was it, the cross border Roblox
That
video?
was the first video I was in.
Yeah, that video is stupid. It was so stupid.
Dude, freaking
But you know,
the how to be call me Carson video. That was a very well done video.
yeah, and I'm thinking like if I was to make like a How to Become Me Carson 2 or something, I could make it so much better, because I learned how to do so many more editing tricks and stuff, like with masking and all that. So I mean, you never know.
How to be
You
Raccoon
never
X
know.
videos just have hasn't uploaded in 6 months. Oh, that'd be perfect because you haven't uploaded in so long.
I make a video called How to Be Raccoon Eggs, and it's just me explaining why I was gone for however much time
and
it was.
then disappearing for another 12 months. But
Oh no, I want to look at the Riot Bro channel as just passion projects now. Like if I was to like, there's so many videos I had planned back when I was in like my grind state back in
Jet
like
Set Radio Future
March.
documentary.
Yeah, I was gonna make a whole video. That video would have done so good too. I started it. It's still in my
If it's still saved, you
Vegas
should like
saved.
look through it and see if there's anything that needs to be changed, and then continue on. That should be what you
Yeah,
come back with.
like that video would have been I mean, I could still put that out too. That video would probably do really good. Because the Jet Set Radio Future community is really small, so whenever a video that comes out for the game that's really well made, whenever it drops, it gets a lot of views. And I had a whole video set on like different like Rainbow Six Siege YouTubers, kind of like as like who's a good YouTuber? Turkey Tom. He made videos about different YouTubers and shit, kind of like a kind of what's it called? What does iDubbbz do? Like the
He
videos
doesn't.
he does
I
on
don't even know
YouTuber.
what iDubbbz does do at this
Content
point.
cops, I mean, like what he used to do.
Oh
So
yeah,
it was just he'd make commentary videos, Turkey Tom would, about different YouTubers, and it would just be little critiques and stuff. And it was kind of funny how he edited it. It had a lot of high quality editing in those videos. I think I was talking to you about that, and you're like, yeah, it
yeah.
would take a lot of time, and I was
It
like,
really
yeah,
would
it probably
honestly,
would.
because you gotta think how many
But
packages he gets that are just bad. Like there's just nothing in them.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of work. And then there's I don't know, like still even with this now, I'm trying to think like with the little Chubo thing. Like this, if my Instagram page grows a lot more, which it probably will, because there's not that many people who do what I do. I mean, there's a lot, but compared to all the meme pages on Instagram, there's not that many. So I mean, I think that if it does grow, I could also just completely do a 180 and then just like keep posting on my Instagram, but then just like change the Discord up or something. I don't even know, dude. At this point, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like you were doing real good for a while there, and the little Chuo thing was that's actually looking really good for you right now. I mean, look at your Discord server and how fast it's blowing up, and
Yeah.
just the 100 followers a day mark. It's gonna. Feel like it might be easier to grow on Instagram because you get like as memes get spread around, you get looked up more,
Oh
and
yeah,
the
I've made it
suggestions
on
tab
this.
and stuff.
Yeah, I've made it onto so many meme compilations too, and like so many people steal my memes, but I don't really care because my watermark's still in them. So people will go from their shitty meme page where all they do is just take people's memes and see my watermark and go to my page and then follow me just because I made the meme. That's
Yeah,
one thing that some people understand, like about
you
like
made the
original
meme,
content
not
and
the
shit.
freaking not the
I made the meme. I didn't go on Bolt and then copy the link and fucking copy paste it. Like I actually did something.
Yo, Lambino just reached 100 subs.
I think I was his 97th sub.
Yeah, check out Lambino on YouTube. Freaking criminally underrated.
We could probably get him on the podcast one day.
Easily. I could probably get him on the podcast. I'll ask him.
Yeah,
He's a really cool dude. I've talked to him once.
I don't know. I kind of want to go like I talk about this a lot, but I kind of want to talk about like different YouTubers and like how like I feel like success definitely varies between YouTubers. Like bring up Lambito. Like Lambito, he does such high quality edits. I just found him through Jack. Like I think it was yesterday. But I can tell he puts so much like heart into his content. He's been doing YouTube for like almost as long as me. I've been on YouTube for like 5 years now,
Yeah.
and he only has 100 subs. And then you get
It's
YouTubers like
crazy.
Travis or YouTubers like Bumpkin who
Or
have like
like Bumpkin.
200K, 400K, and they just know people. Like connections, it just proves that like YouTube 2019, 2020, if you want to be big, you're going to have to find a way to get some good connections on YouTube. That's the
Yeah.
only way.
I mean, you can grow artificially. It's not impossible, but like, j-
It's really hard.
yeah. Like his shout outs, just being on other people's videos, it makes it so much easier.
Like, that's how a lot of YouTubers grew. That's how like people like Make Nasty and Jay, like a lot of Siege
McNasty's
YouTubers
content's
grew.
actually good though.
Yeah, exactly. And what's good about the connections. Like if you make good content and you have connections, you're bound to blow up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. People like McNasty, JC, for one of them, like that's a whole
He's not
great
blowing up
personality
though
right
because
there.
I don't he makes good content. I don't know what it is with JC. I know he purposely makes it to where people don't shout him out, except for
Yeah,
the one occasion when Raccoon Eggs had 2,000 and JC had like 50.
that was in solitary confinement. I remember that episode. It's when narrator was throwing up. I felt so bad for him watching that. Did you watch the episode?
Yeah.
It
No,
was it was
dude,
pretty funny. I was watching it in
why did they
class
upload that?
back So back in the end of junior year, so second semester, like earlier this year, back when I like, started going back on YouTube and like actually trying to grow my page, I downloaded all of the SCP and I just listened to it in
It's
math
awesome.
class because I had math on the computer. And I remember watching that, and I have a phobia against throwing up, so I thought someone in the class was, and it would just like kind of freaked me out a little bit.
You have a
It's so
phobia?
weird. I can't. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's called a metaphobia. It's I swear to God, I have that shit. I have so many weird social and like anxiety problems and shit, dude. It's not okay. It's definitely. I think my mom definitely smoked a lot of weed when she was pregnant with me. I'm not even joking. Like it's not. It's not good.
Does she actively do it?
Now I don't know because I don't see her that much anymore. Like, I live in like a. It's like a whole situation, bro.
Wait, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it one day if you want to know. I don't really care
Yeah,
about it.
sure.
Like if someone knows about it. But yeah, fucking this is jeez, that
All
went
right, yeah,
way off
let's
topic.
change topics. So, my 500 subscriber special. I had a couple people asking me about it. Also, follow the Twitter, but the podcast Twitter. So, like, I think I might be doing too much for it, but like, I don't know, like, it's such a good idea, but I'm like, it's one of those types of specials you would think you would see for like 10K or something,
Yeah.
but it's only for 500 subs, and I've already gotten. I'm not backing down on it. That it's too late for that. I've put too much work into it, but I've gotten like so many big people to be in it. Narrator
Mhm.
being one of them, and I don't know, like, I'm I don't I just think it's too much. I think I might save it for 1K.
Oh no, you should. If I were you, I just put fucking pedal to the metal because you think about it, that'd be such a like a crazy video down the line. Like
Yeah,
let's say that
that's my.
like
But
down the
I'm
line
more.
you have
What I'm worried about is what if it like when I do reach like 1K or something? How am I supposed to top it?
yeah, you could just make a complete shit post for 1K. You could just make it like a 10-second
Freaking
video, just like
Riot
eating
Bro
chips and like
exposed.
ear raping it.
Change my state of mind.
Yeah, literally, you could just do anything you wanted, and people would like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never know,
It
man.
should be absolutely epic. It's so
Of
crazy
course.
seeing all my friends reach 1K though, or all these
I think it
people I
was
know.
crazy seeing when I came back and I saw Thobo had 1K and I saw
Thobo had
Curb had
1K.
1K.
Twick has 1K.
Yeah, Twick has 1K. That's
Uh,
came.
who else? There's one more person.
I mean, I always knew
Ratty.
Twick
Ratty
was.
has it now.
Yeah, Ratty has 1K. That's crazy.
Uploaded like
Crazy.
twice.
I've never even really talked to Ratty that
I
much. I
don't
think I
think
talked to him
anybody.
like
I don't. I don't know who he
twice.
is. I've talked
I
to
talked to him a
of that
couple
group. I've talked
times.
to Mana, Elpa, Thobo, and Demu.
Dude, Thobo isn't even really part of that group though. He's kind of like doing his own thing. He's from like the Netherlands, I think, or something.
So yeah, he's not a part of the Australian group.
Yeah, it's fucking segregated, dude.
Sorry, but your location's a no go for us.
Literally.
You
Yeah.
did you get Disney Plus?
No. I feel like Disney Plus is one of those things that like if I got it, I'd never use it. Kind of like like I have Hulu and I have Netflix and I rarely use any. I usually just watch YouTube. I don't know. YouTube is just one of those things like I prefer YouTube over any other streaming thing. Like I'll watch Hulu and I'll just get bored of it. I don't know. Unless it's like a movie or something.
Yeah,
But that's just me, I guess.
I'm. I thought the same about Disney Plus, but then I realized it had Clone Wars on it, and I've been no lifing that show so badly. Like
Yeah.
in class, on the way to school, on the way home from school, after school. Today was the first day since Disney Plus opened that I haven't watched Clone Wars.
Damn. Yeah, and it's a good show. I started watching it when I was in first grade when it came out. I remember the day it came out. I got in trouble. I got a yellow card. I'll never forget this,
Oh,
right? So, I got a yellow card. I know you guys have it,
freaking
right?
yellow
Like
cards,
you
man.
get a little, and it's the craziest thing is too. Like my parents got so heated over a yellow card, even though that's just a warning, right?
Can I branch
Like
off
a
real
red,
quick? I hate to
yeah,
interrupt, but when we were growing up in school, we had red, yellow, green. That was it. But now they have freaking blue, pink, blue, no, pink, purple, blue, green, no, orange, green, yellow, no, it's purple, all right, pink, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, then like black, I think.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. It was either second or third grade, but no, I think it was second. We had the same thing. They gave us a whole new system, and they changed it every couple years. Like at first, it was just uh red, yellow, green, and then second it was like they had a purple, an orange, a bunch of other shit. And I don't even remember what the fuck that was. And then they had a card system. At first, it was like you have to put a what was it, like a little clip on it and move your clip. And there's always that one kid who was always on red, and you go back and think about it, like, why was he even on red? Like, what did he even do? Like, you feel like he didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Like, he just talk a little bit or something. I don't know.
There was this one
But
time in freaking first grade where this kid got a yellow and he got pissed about it, so he made everybody's card red except for his, which he made green. And then he took his shoes off and threw it at the clock and broke it. And when the teacher ran to go get him, he just took his card and ran out the freaking door and bolted and locked himself in the bathroom. And
what?
dude, this kid took off his freaking shoelaces and tied it to shut so you couldn't open that door if you wanted to. And he started
Yeah.
crying on the toilet. They had it went as bad as they had to get his dad in there to go get him.
Uh
And
huh.
when he came out, the kid was gone for like a week. But freaking dude, that was funny. I'm sorry, what were you saying about your Clone Wars red cards? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so it was the Clone Wars came out. It was a Friday. I'll never forget it. This is still, it's like it's more vivid now because I'm sitting in the same room where this happened, right? Except we had bunk beds, because me and my brother shared this room. So the day I got the yellow card, it was because I was screaming in the bathroom apparently, even though it wasn't me. It was all these other kids,
Yeah.
and they all snitched on me because I guess no one fucking liked me. I don't
Hail
blame them.
snitch.
I don't care. And so I get this yellow card. The funniest thing is that when they give you a yellow card, I remember this. They never told your parents. Like I told my parents I got a yellow card,
Hmm.
so like I basically got myself in trouble. I could just went home and not said anything, right? So I got the yellow card, and then my parents were like, "All right, you have to sit in your room. You can't watch Clone Wars." And so I remember just like peeking my head out the door and just watching like 25% of the box TV
Yeah.
when Clone Wars came on, just listening to it. Like I don't know, that's just one of those memories I'll always have. Just random shit like that.
You always
Clone Wars is a great show though.
it
Love
is
it.
an amazing show. You always remember the most like random things, but like to the exact detail. You can't
Yeah.
remember like very important things, but it's that random moment. Like there was this moment where I was God, it must have been in first grade. I distinctly remember freaking taking a pillow, putting it on my head, running into a door, right, to see if like the pillow would stop it. And I remember the
Mhm.
exact thought I was thinking when that was happening, and it was I was thinking about freaking castle towers. None of that relates to anything, but like I just remember that so much. Same thing with songs.
Mhm.
Like all I remember all six of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared's, and I had the entire Lego movie memorized at one point.
It's just I remember watching the Lego Movie in theaters for my brother's birthday, and my parents. I look over to my parents, and they're both sleeping,
Yeah.
and my brother's just so entranced with the movie. Like it was a pretty good movie. I guess it just I don't know. I feel like it's one of those movies that I feel like it's one of those movies that just like as adults just wouldn't get it because they didn't really grow up with Legos like we did. I feel like
Hmm.
it's kind of like a '80s kid and up type thing. So like I don't know. I feel like a lot of parents who brought their kids to there who were like in their 30s and shit, they would still enjoy the movie too. But
Which
my
movie?
parents are
Transformers?
old. The Lego movie.
Oh, the Lego movie. I don't know why did I choose. Yeah, the Lego movie is a great movie, honestly. I
Yeah.
know a lot of like my little cousin, dude. This kid, I just want to punch him sometimes. We were watching the. He thinks the Lego movie is really poorly animated, and I'm like, well, that's because it's not animated. It's stop motion. And he's like, well, they
Mhm.
should have animated it, and I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose. and freaking he think. Do you know what the dark crystal is?
No, I don't think so. Is it the little thing that they're like, the orb they were trying to get? The wizard had like the crackle or something, right? I have no idea.
Sure,
Never mind.
but he said it was also poorly animated, and I'm like, dude,
Oh, you're talking about a movie? Yeah, I had no idea.
it's puppets.
Oh, dude, speaking of stop motion, what was it? Wallace and Gromit, dude. That
Dude,
is,
freaking Wallace and Gromit.
all right, I remember this. I was like 5 or 6 at my granddad's house. My granddad always loved watching that shit too. Fucking crackers, salami, and spray cheese. I had a huge plate of that shit, and we would just eat it, drink like club soda and ginger ale, and just watch that shit, dude.
Love that. Wallace and Gromit was
Fucking
great.
beautiful. I've been watching it in a while. I want to watch it again. Like the one, I want to find the ones that I watched back in like what was it? It was probably 2005, 2006.
It was probably the Were Rabbit.
Yeah, probably one of those two.
Uh,
It was a movie, I'm pretty sure.
Wallace and Gromit watch along for the Cloudcast win. But
Dude, do you remember TV games like the games you'd like plug in the three little like component cords to your TV and you just flip it on and
you're
you just
talking
play?
like
Like
Buckshot and stuff like that.
I like a Scooby Doo and a Power Rangers one, I think, and a Batman one. Like it was like like a platformer game,
Yeah.
and I need to find this shit. But I remember playing. I remember having those too. It's a lot of crazy shit. My granddad, he switched houses a lot too. It was like I never lived over there, but I'd always visit him like once a month, and I just remember like the different phases. Like 2011, 2012, we lived in this like nice ass townhouse, and then the next year we lived in this cool condo by a lake and shit. Like I don't know. I always have different memories throughout those different places we lived by, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always in the same town too. It was always weird as fuck. Like, I don't know why you're moving so much in the same town, but
I'm one of the few people ever who's lived in the same house their entire life. I've lived in
I
this.
moved a lot around growing up. But ever since I was like 6, I've stayed in this house.
I think we were gonna move at one point. We were gonna move to Orlando, or was it Orlando? No, it was South Carolina, I think.
Yeah.
But my dad ended up retiring from the Navy, so so we didn't have to move there.
Mhm.
And I'm really glad he did because like if I like say I did actually move when I was 11, um I wouldn't be friends with half the people I know IRL, and
Mhm.
I don't know. That'd be like I wish that'd be one of those things where, like you don't know where you would end up if like say you one specific thing happened like I
Yeah.
didn't move.
Yeah. I'm trying to think now, because like when I was living with my biological mom, right? I remember I had this one friend named like Sebastian, and I remember we used to. I don't think he had a clue what Halo 2 was, but I was in kindergarten at the playground, and I would play acting like I was Halo 2 because I used to play Halo 2 when I was in
Yeah,
fucking kindergarten, and I just remember that. And then like the next like that summer after that year, I completely moved schools, and I never went back. I'm trying to think like if I would have stayed there and throughout that whole entire staying in that county, just like I'd probably be like a completely different person. I'd probably be doing drugs right now or something, dude. That sounds sucked. Like,
yeah.
but I don't know. It's still cool to like think about stuff like that.
That playing you playing Halo 2 on the freaking kindergarten. I used to do that with Star Wars because before I had was into Halo and before I had an Xbox, I had a PS2, and on that PS2 I had Star Wars Battlefront 2, which
Mhm.
I logged like 5,000 hours into that game. I checked recently. Dude, I
Yeah.
would play that game religiously. I knew every nook and cranny of every map, like how to get all the rare weapons, and that's what me and my friends would use to play. We'd capture the post by like throwing mulch and stuff at each other, which wasn't the smartest idea, but you know,
That game was just so cool. It just kind of makes me mad about how games have evolved since then because I feel like that was a really
it
great
was. Like,
era.
here's what EA should have done. This would have been a $1 million idea. They should have when they said Battlefront 2, they should have took the old one, gave it a new skin, added like 10 new maps, maybe a new class in the multiplayer system. Done. That would have made so many people happy.
Do you see the prototype they had for Battlefront 3?
Yeah, I
Like they had
saw.
it. Like you went from ground to space battle and shit. I think that the coolest thing about Battlefront 2, to me, the coolest thing about that whole entire game was not the campaign, even though the campaign was really good. I played the whole
Yeah,
campaign. It was so cool
the
evolving from being
501st
in
and
the
stuff.
501st to like when they become stormtroopers. That part was the coolest thing to me. Like becoming like the first mission he plays as stormtrooper from being like a clone trooper.
You
That shit
feel
was just
evil
amazing.
too. Like you felt the change, the shift change when you
Yeah.
have to go kill all the Jedi and
Yeah.
all of the you had to play as the clones. Then the next mission you're on Kashyyyk killing Wookiees and stuff. You're just like, wow.
And then oh dude, that Kashyyyk mission? No, it wasn't that. It was like Felucia or something where they
Felucia,
had
yeah.
with bro, it was those big I forgot what they're called, but those big
Ah, right.
reptilian
The
motherfuckers.
Acklay is what they're
Yeah,
called.
they scared the sounds they made like scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid playing that. Like they actually scared me. But yeah, the coolest thing about Battlefront 2 to me was the space battles. Like this is what I would do on the Xbox. I played on the original Xbox. I'd go in like the transport ships and I would just sit in there. You know how you'd wait for like the people to run into your ship, right? Like they would
Yeah.
just fill in your ship randomly. So I grab a whole one of those and then just go across and try to land in the other people's ship and just bring 6 people out with me. Like that was always cool. And then you could actually like make the ship explode too if you just cause enough damage to it, which
Yeah.
that was super fucking cool to see that happen.
The freaking space missions, man. Those were.
Yeah, they were
I
really
used
fucking
to
cool.
when me and my friends used to play. I used to be. I was always the pilot, and I would fly them all to the other ship, have them go destroy like the insides of it, and then we would all bust out of there with and do this with the same gunship too. I would stay back and defend the ship. God, dude, that crap was so much fun.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh my god, I just remember. There was so do you remember on Battlefront 2 the wall on Kashyyyk, the one with like the two doors, and if you went inside there
Yeah,
with the pet,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
could squeeze a armored tank droid through that if you went fast enough. You would get like so many kills just by spawn camping because all you had to do was launch your grenade up to where the Wookiee spawned. Infinite kills.
Mhm.
It was the best. Like I used to peak like 200 kills on that game and stuff. It was freaking
Dang.
crazy.
And like I have Battlefront 2 on Steam, it just doesn't feel the same.
Oh yeah, it
Like
absolutely doesn't. I've bought it twice. It just doesn't feel the same either way.
but yeah, it's still cool. Like I'd play it still. I don't know if I have it downloaded or not still, but it's
I
really
can't
cool.
imagine it will take very long.
No, no, definitely not. Yeah, I remember me and my friend. What's it called? Do you ever have you have any experience playing Gmod Star Wars RP servers?
No, I haven't played on any Star Wars. I mean, I've role played with myself, but I haven't played with like actual
Yeah.
servers. I'm thinking about it.
Uh, if I find the server, we're gonna play on it, and I'm gonna have to get my other friend too because me and my other friend, he's an IRL I knew since like 4th grade, but then he moved schools.
Mm-hmm.
After ninth grade. So we got on. This is when I got my computer too, like my new computer. It was around Christmas time, and we started playing Star Wars RP on Gmod. It was Clone Wars, so you'd go in and you'd get to like get trained as a clone trooper, and they had all these different battalions for you. We got put in Galactic Marines, and it was so cool because the world was so immersive. Like they had random events that would happen,
Yeah,
and there wasn't like AI who would be making radio calls. Like
it
if
was
they
an
had a
actual
radio
person.
call, it was an actual like fucking person who like it would sound like it was actually through a radio, and they had different like rooms you could go through like elevators and shit, and there was so many people on at once, and
Yeah,
the server wasn't laggy. It was just fucking amazing. Like I wish I could find that server. The only person I know who played on that same server was Plague Doctor. But he played after me. But we might have ran into each other because he said he played around the same time I did. But yeah, it'd be cool if I could get that server again. I really want to play on it again. It was such a good game. It was so cool. Yeah, that's my that's my spiel
yeah.
about
I
Clone Wars RP.
yeah, dude, freaking. I don't know. It's crazy how like so many people like Star Wars and like there's so many people. I've ran into a lot of people recently that I can just like geek out about it with,
Mhm.
especially with Clone Wars. Like I don't know. I could go on about like why I like that show and why this. I could also go on about why I hate Star Wars Rebels and why it's a terrible show. But
Yeah.
have you watched any Star Wars Rebels?
I think I watched like maybe an episode.
The fir-
Maybe an
the
episode.
first maybe 3 episodes. No, the first half of the season was pretty cool, I guess. But
Mhm.
like it just got really bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you excited for the new Star Wars movie?
Dude, I am very excited for it. I hope that it's good. I hope it redeems. I hope it. The only thing I hope for it is that it answers questions, and I feel like it's not going to. But at the same time, yeah, the only thing I want for it is to answer questions about like Snoke and Rey and shit,
Like,
and
who the
just
hell is
kind of make it make
Snoke?
sense. Who was Rey? No one knows who
Well, I
she
mean,
is.
at least Rey was just a new character like added, but Snoke just appeared and then died with absolutely no explanation. At least Rey is still like getting her explanation, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. I hope that episode. I feel like the only way for it to make me satisfied is if Hayden Christensen is in it. If he has at least one scene where he's a Force ghost,
Yeah.
that would be so fucking cool. Even if it's in like I don't even know, like at the end of the movie maybe, kind of like how Return of the Jedi had their little ending thing. Like this movie's gonna have to do so good. It's gonna have to be, because it
It's gonna have
like
to be a long movie.
Return of the Jedi was the perfect ending. Like of course it could have been better in like some parts, but I think it was a really solid ending. Like I love the ending of it. Um,
Because
but
like
the
yeah,
question is like
for the most part, the all the things were oh my god, loose ends. They were all tied up at the end, and
exactly,
they
and
answered pretty much every question, and all like minor questions that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. You could find out through like books and stuff.
yeah, the extended universe, which they fucking canceled, and I had so many books of that too. I had a lot of books of the extended universe, like what happened after, what happened before Phantom Menace, like all this other shit. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But you just assume that okay, everything's happily ever after. They made a new Republic. Luke probably trained new Jedi. Han and Leia probably got married. You know, all that shit. And then they just made all right. There's a new Empire,
Yeah,
Resistance.
I
Good.
hated that, dude. The First Order's so bad. Kylo Ren's so bad.
And they never even answered the question on how the hell they funded a new order after the Empire crumbled.
The simple answer to that was just, um, old Empire people make new Empire. That's it.
What the fuck? Yeah, the movie's gonna have to be amazing. I'm expecting it to be at least like 2 hours, 45 minutes,
It's got to
three
be 2 hours.
hours.
Yeah, it's going to be almost 3 hours. The freaking that scene with all the Star Destroyers coming out of the freaking water.
Yeah, I've watched all the TV spots on YouTube like time and time again. I've watched all of them.
I'm just like, how Snoke's dead. The freaking administrator's dead. Kylo Ren's insane.
Kylo is the supreme leader,
Yeah, but like,
apparently.
how do you have that many people following Kylo Ren? He's not literally a girl with no force training, no lightsaber training at all was able to kick his tail twice,
Yeah.
and he can stop a laser in midair. Little
And
the
how do you feel
Finn,
about them bringing back Palpatine though?
I don't think he's actually coming back. I think he's going to be a ghost. He
You
is.
think so? I mean, they've
He's.
been teasing the Death Star too.
I think he's going to be a ghost. Honestly, if they make another Death Star, I'm walking out of the theater and just watching My Little Pony or something.
No, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it's just gonna because J.J. Abrams said that it's gonna be there's gonna be like a huge battle at the end of the movie. That
Oh,
apparently is
duh.
he
Yeah.
promised this. It's supposed to be bigger and better than Revenge of the Sith. Is what
I
he
don't know
claims.
about that, dude. Freaking Revenge. If they, what I want to see happen, I know this is off topic, but what I want to see happen is the ending to Clone Wars, not Clone Wars, the ending to Attack of the Clones. I want to see like the last like 20, 30 minutes of it all redone with like new CGI and stuff. Imagine how much cooler that battle would be if they like did it right.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
You remember
cool.
which one I'm
But
talking about, right? With all the
yeah,
droids.
the one with the big yeah, and then all the clones came down and
Yeah.
Yoda was there and
Ah,
shit.
dude, it was such
Oh
a
yeah.
cool scene. I get goosebumps every time I watch that. Every time I see just the mere size of both the armies.
I just the thing I loved about the prequels is that you see so much development from 2 to 3. That's what I hope is in 8 to 9 too. I hope it just makes 8 make sense because
Yeah.
8 is like definitely the weakest of the new
I don't
trilogy. I
know,
mean,
dude. 8 was better than
visually,
7. And
I think 8 was better than 7 in the sense that they tried something new. But the thing is that they tried something new and it didn't really go anywhere, in my opinion. Like I feel like like at the end of 7 to the end of 8, like what really happened? All right, Snoke died, but who the fuck cares? Who was Snoke? Luke came back, and then Luke died. Okay, that's cool, but Luke didn't really do shit for Rey
my
except for
dude, one word can if they took out one word then that entire movie would be 50 times better.
What word?
Rose.
Yeah, I think I don't know, dude. That those scenes where they were at the casino and stuff, it's just fucking
That was
stupid.
40 minutes of the movie that did nothing to the story. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's time that could have been spent actually doing something good for the for the plot and everything, but no.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, it did introduce the only good character, but even then, he turned up evil and then dipped.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too. I can't feel like a connection with the new cast.
Oh yeah,
Not like the
definitely
old
not.
ones.
Like Anakin, like Anakin and Obi-Wan, like it's so fucking like iconic, dude. And I
Obi-Wan,
guess that's
dude. Freaking.
they're tr- they're trying to make new iconic characters, and the thing is, like, you gotta think about it, right? The average 8-year-old girl, 7-year-old girl is like who likes Star Wars is a fucking like they think about those characters the same way we thought about Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think like they think
Yeah.
about them the same way,
And,
even though there's like not that much backstory to
we
them or
think
anything.
Anakin and Obi-Wan, like, say, our parents think about, like, freaking Luke and Leia, you know?
Yeah,
It's the generations, which I find it fascinating that like the first three were much more dull, but they had a lot more. They had a lot more of the story element in them, and they they didn't have as much CGI. They all look, but they all were fantastic movies nonetheless. The one, two, and three are like different movies. They just feel more futuristic, you know. They feel
yeah, that's the thing I don't like. Like I don't know, they made it seem like the technology was. I mean, like of course the technology was better when they made the movies, but they
because
made
like
it seem like
the
the
Republic.
technology they had. Yeah, they made it seem like the technology they had at the time was so more advanced, and like the timeline it doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense
because
if
like
you think
that's the
about
same
it.
thing with watching Clone Wars. Like they literally have a droid that you swallow and turn your voice into literally anything. It's like there's so much more technology in the first three, and then in the 4 through 6, it's like it just seems like the old time, like the older era, which makes sense. Those were the first three movies,
Yeah.
and they didn't have the same budget nor like ability to do all that. But still, like the one through three just seem so much more advanced in the timeline, or not in the timeline, but like in technology. And freaking 7 through 9 feel like a weird disabled mix between the two.
Yeah, 7 was just like basically 4 redone.
Yeah,
I think the reason they did that was they just wanted to take a safe bet that it was just like 4's formula is just a solid movie, you know? Like okay, like a bunch of people come together and they defeat the enemy at the end, you know? Like
yeah.
cool.
Then five, not five,
8?
eight. Yeah, eight was like I feel like eight was a copy of five too because the ending, the one with all the AT-ATs and stuff.
Yeah.
It look and it was another white planet. But dude, the
Yeah.
freaking red salt thing of that was so freaking cool.
Yeah, I remember I was watching a YouTube video about that. That I like. It's the second time I watched The Last Jedi. I actually like understood why the salt didn't move when he moved his feet and all that because he was a ghost and everything. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool. And also, like, they show so much. Like with the new movies that I like is that they show how Force ghosts are more than just a fucking ghost. You know, like they
yeah.
actually have different forms. They're strong. Some of them can be stronger than actual fucking people.
I think the best part in that entire movie was when Yoda popped in and talked to Luke. That was an
Oh, that was
amazing
cool.
part. I love that so much. And
And I like how it was the puppet
yeah, they
Yoda too. It
used the
wasn't
same
CGI
guy. It
Yoda.
wasn't CGI. It was the puppet. I felt that was so awesome that they took that much time to do that.
Dude, fucking love that. Like that scene is so cool. I love that scene so much. I really do hope that there's a scene where you get to see, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan at the end. Or maybe I was like that would only make I don't know. I feel like that would make sense to see like if they like kind of use CGI to make Ewan McGregor look older. But apparently they're doing an Obi-Wan TV series, right? Or is it a movie?
I think it's a TV series.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be cool to see them try to make him look older, but you could tell it's Ewan McGregor still as Obi-Wan, and maybe kind of the same thing with Anakin, but not really because that's when like Anakin's Force Ghost stopped in Episode 6, so it would make sense because Force Ghosts don't age. I don't think that wouldn't make sense if they
Yeah.
aged. So yeah, I don't know. That would be cool if they did
And
that
you,
for
you
Episode
you
9
mentioned you
at
touched
the
up
end.
on the Force ghosts having a lot more power. That's why another reason why I think Palpatine is a ghost, or he's going to be
Yeah,
when he comes in. he's probably going to be like what Luke. I mean, what Yoda is to Luke.
I just hope there's a scene where we get to see Palpatine like in like a flesh form, quote unquote, you know, just like standing up there doing something.
Yeah, just flossing.
But I mean, I think Palpatine's gonna be the one that answers the questions about Snoke and shit. I think it's gonna be fucking
Who do you think
awesome.
Ray is? What?
At first, everyone probably thought that she was either gonna be like Luke's daughter or like some kind of like Obi-Wan. There's so many different theories, but to be honest with you, it would be cool to see if she was like a Palpatine, like in
Yeah,
that
what if she
bloodline.
wasn't? That would be crazy if she was a Palpatine. I mean, that would honestly that would make sense.
But the thing is, like, does fucking Emperor Palpatine get down? Like, it's so weird to think about that. Like, who the fuck would he have made it with? Or was it the same kind of thing with Anakin?
How old
Or
is
was it the same
he?
thing as? Was it the same thing with Anakin with like the midi chlorian shit? Are they gonna use that again? Because like that was kind of stupid, but it would make sense if they did it. Because like he died. What did he
Remember,
put like as he was
Anakin
dying?
was
Did he?
part of a prophecy. He just popped up one day.
What about Ray? Is it the same kind of thing?
Could
Are we
be.
like? I don't know, dude.
Dude, I think we're going too in depth about this.
I think we are too, but I kind of like.
I don't think we're going far enough.
This is some Star Wars theories. Have you
Yeah,
watched Star Wars Theory?
I've
That
watched a
guy.
couple. Oh, you're talking
I've
about the
watched him
actual
since he made
channel?
the actual channel. I've watched him since he had like I think probably 4,000 subs, and this was back when he was making videos like way back in like 2015, 2014. Yeah, I was watching him then. Now he does live streams and shit all the time. I like the theories that relate with like the different prequel characters and shit like Mace Windu and like Qui-Gon Jinn, like what like just more information about them because
Yeah.
those were pretty interesting characters in my opinion just as a kid seeing them even though they didn't really do much like in all honesty like Qui-Gon Jinn's pretty fucking boring just because they didn't use him right
I
but
mean, he was only
like
there
it's
for a
cool to see
filler.
more from yeah and it's cool to see like more information about like those characters.
Trying to think of any other character. Oh, the Yoda had a kid.
No.
There's three of his species that we know of. There's Yoda, Yodil, who is his girlfriend, I
Oh
guess.
my god, Yaddle isn't there one called like Yaddle or some
Yaddle,
shit who
that's
was
what it is.
yeah and that was in the Phantom Menace in the scene there.
For like a split second.
Yeah, you get to see it. Yeah, I remember that in the little council thing. And there's so many videos about that character, which is kind of
And
funny
they're
when they
all
didn't really do shit.
resurfacing again because Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Yaddle. That's it's so creepy too. It's the fucking puppet.
It literally is just Yoda with hair. It's
Yeah,
so freaking weird.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I feel concerned.
Yeah.
Well, you got
Well,
anything you want to add before we wrap it up? It's freaking been 50 minutes. This was supposed to be a short episode.
I think I'm good, bro. I think we touched up on a lot. Just a lot of random shit.
Well, yeah. Welcome back, right, bro? Or
Yeah,
Lil
thank you.
Chuo, whichever. Lil Bro, Riot Chuo. Um,
Right, bro.
yeah. We'll catch you guys in the next one. We should have a guest on. It'll be me, Grebly, and Burrito with our guest. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Also, follow the Twitter and um, subscribe to Eckhart's Ladder. I'll see you guys later.